The G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra mobile game, released around 2009, was developed by Gameloft, a leading company in mobile gaming during the Java era. Gameloft was well known for adapting popular movies and franchises into exciting mobile games, and this title was no exception. The company's goal was simple: to bring explosive action, recognizable characters, and cinematic storytelling to devices that could barely handle complex graphics. The game follows the movie's general storyline, placing players in the boots of elite G.I. Joe soldiers. The main plot revolves around stopping the evil Cobra organization, a powerful and secretive group determined to dominate the world with advanced nanotechnology weapons. These weapons, known as nanomites, have the terrifying ability to destroy anything in their path by consuming matter at a microscopic level. Throughout the game, players take control of several iconic characters, including Duke, Ripcord, Snake Eyes, and Scarlet. Each character has a unique style and set of abilities, adding variety to gameplay. For instance, Snake Eyes relies on stealth and melee combat, while Duke and Ripcord use firearms and explosives. The gameplay is mainly side-scrolling action combined with shooting elements. As players advance through various levels, they face waves of Cobra soldiers, vehicles, and formidable bosses. The controls are simple and designed for keypad phones, yet surprisingly responsive. Players move left and right, jump over obstacles, and fire at enemies while managing their limited health and supply of ammunition. Each stage is inspired by locations from the movie, such as deserts, military bases, Arctic regions, and high-tech enemy facilities. These areas are filled with hazards, hidden items, and intense combat sequences that keep players engaged. Despite the pixel-based graphics, Gameloft has created visually appealing environments with detailed sprites and smooth animations. For fans of the G.I. Joe franchise, the game offered an opportunity to jump into the action and relive the battle against Cobra. For others, it was simply a fun, challenging shooter that took full advantage of the technology that was available at the time. Gangstar Crime City, developed and published by Gameloft. During the Java era, the company was known for creating ambitious games. While most mobile games were simple and short at the time, Gameloft attempted something bold by bringing a sandbox, crime-based experience similar to early Grand Theft Auto titles to devices with very basic hardware. The story of Gangstar follows an unnamed protagonist who arrives in a dangerous, chaotic city known as Crime City. His goal is to escape his past and build a new life. But things are not so simple. The hero starts off deeply in debt, owing money to a powerful crime boss known as the Kingpin. To survive, he must work his way up through the criminal underworld. Initially, he reconnects with old contacts, such as Crank Marshall, who introduces him to small jobs. These early missions include learning to drive, stealing cars, and eliminating enemies. However, as the story progresses, things become darker. Allies begin to betray him. Friends turn into enemies. One by one, the protagonist eliminates those who stand in his way. Ultimately, he rises to the top, takes control of Crime City, and becomes the most powerful gang leader in the city. Similar to early GTA titles, the game is presented in a top-down 2D perspective. Players can walk around the city, steal cars, complete missions, and engage in combat with weapons such as pistols, shotguns, and rocket launchers. The city is inspired by American locations like Miami and Los Angeles and features beaches, streets, docks, and different districts. Players can choose how they want to progress, either by following the main storyline or by exploring side activities such as street racing, property management, and running small criminal enterprises. In the action-adventure, open-world game Gangstar 2 Kings of LA, players can freely explore the city of Los Angeles, complete missions, drive vehicles, and engage in criminal activities. Set in Los Angeles, the game is divided into districts such as downtown, the coast, and the suburbs, as well as areas inspired by Beverly Hills. The story follows Pedro, also known as Chico. At the beginning of the game, Pedro and his cousin want to escape from a Mexican prison after a failed crime. With the police in pursuit, Pedro and one steal a car and make a dangerous escape across the border into the United States. What made Gangstar 2 special was not just its story, but also the freedom it gave players. The game features a sandbox structure, meaning players can complete missions in any order. You can explore the city, cause chaos, or simply drive around. There are also side activities, such as selling illegal goods to earn money, finding hidden items across the map, performing stunt jumps, and escaping police chases. The wanted system adds tension. The more trouble you cause, the more attention you attract from the police. Even small details, such as the ability to change your identity to avoid being tracked, demonstrate the game's ambition for its time. Gangstar 2 was actually the second game in the Gangstar series, following Gangstar Crime City, and it later inspired more advanced titles like Gangstar West Coast Hustle. Later versions of the game were released on platforms like Android, BlackBerry, and even the Nintendo DSi, proving its popularity across different devices. Designed by Gameloft and released in 2012, Nova 3, short for Near Orbit Vanguard Alliance, became one of the most ambitious sci-fi shooters ever made for mobile devices. The story takes place in the distant future, around the 42nd century, when humanity has expanded beyond Earth and colonized other planets across the galaxy. But peace never lasts long. Humanity is locked in a brutal war with the Volterites, a powerful and technologically advanced alien species determined to dominate the galaxy. At the center of this conflict is one man. You play as Cal Warden, a former elite Nova soldier and humanity's last line of defense. At the beginning of the game, Cal is living in exile, hiding from the world after previous battles. But everything changes when disaster strikes again. The story kicks off when Cal receives a desperate message from his ally, Yelena. She urges him to return and help save Earth, humanity's original home. Reluctantly, Cal answers the call. The game begins with a dramatic crash landing in a ruined version of Earth, including a devastated San Francisco. Nova is remembered as one of the greatest mobile shooters of its time. It represents a time when mobile games offered complete experiences with no microtransactions or waiting timers, just pure gameplay and story. For many gamers, Game was their first taste of a true sci-fi shooter on a mobile device. Even now, years later, the story of Cal Warden and his fight against the Volterites remains unforgettable. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more retro gaming content.